So once you join a political party, and then the director of legal affairs of your political party starts speaking this way on a legal issue, you know that indirectly, also when they say your political party did not do something right. Now, we are still on Sedina Tamakloe so for people who don't understand. Yenim say assembly by any na ye bo abanyechi mekra me bo abanyechi. In fact, me bo judiciary nechi. Say Sedina Tamakloe say ni releasing it's not going to look good for a year the NDC government. But to be biara we read the judgment no ebedi adanse say chale nipa ba ko na say blame no. In fact, in Grofomie Godfred Dame and the judge. What's an assembly so. Now NPP for ayomo aje so mbeye demonstration. Was Sedina Tamakloe in same way so. Now NPP for legal affairs director, not just say NPP for lawyers ni na womupenyi your friend Gary ni makumafo. Or your top lawyer pan Ghana mate say aside everything else, unya case now babe Fred Gary or you're one of the lawyers or ya dear pan, but also no gran on shed and yet two no sir. Na Gary ni makumafo ababonti ababekasa, and from this news card posted by Joy News or say the Court of Appeal could have ordered for the case to be retried at the High Court rather than quashing it entirely. Gary ni makumafo can't be indirectly he's making some admission. Remember what he has here the NTR or make his admission way. And now first time I subscribe and I click the notification bell on so. Oya latest news be about on sa ebeka. This video is kindly brought to you by Unity's Ventures. Unity's Ventures ya so ye bia oton eye inku. Na me ma advice obi biara wutie me no. Upe inku a ebema wo skin looky smooth eye inku bia ye frɛ no eye anti-aging cream. O frɛ na Catherine is up anti-aging cream. Baby a wo Ghana bia obe deliver e dia bro. 059 800 3891 059 800 3891 Freno. Now yembra nsem ni mu. Na court cases senior etse e Ghana ha say no interesting. Say yemfa ne say criminal case, right? A criminal case because ohwe Sedina Tamakloe case na purely criminal. Ye pesi chinitum criminal case. Now criminal cases usually outcomes two, but technically three. One, first outcome they say nipa kro na yede kro no to no so no ye be chi natum eno ne ye be friend say ya convict no ni ama ne sentence na eno ne tre say ya finding ni guilty. Second, nipa kro na yede kro no to no so no after ombekọ court akwakodi omunsem ni na ewie no ye be acquit ni ya discharge no na eno ne tre say nipa kro no ensem a yede to ne so no enye no kware enti ya bo asem negu. And exactly, we saw it. NPP time, I did no person they are to forcing. The appeals courts, acquitted and discharged at forcing. So those are usually the two outcomes. But technically, there is a third outcome, which is a retrial. Now, the only reason and the only time I hear retrial, I say the courts could not come to a conclusion. Inti asemno, inti akwakwa say ye bobo. Either so be winning and now be lusu, but technically there is a draw. Obe to me a draw. And si ye ka say oh ye retrial there, not say ye draw. What about draw? Judge no enhu baby asem no de beto. Because nipa kra wo kan asem no etumi kan na asem ye. De wo defending nso no etumi defending na asem ye. Nti afa judge no ho a ade we mi nim na ye chi nipa kro ni tumu bia na maye bone. But nipa kro no so hwe na asem no se ne ekwa ase we di bone bi nso enti minim na megyan no nso a ebia na maye bone enti eno ne efre ne retrial enti retrial no yen ko hye case na ase foforo na wo bia nsa nso embra meka ne nsem biom enti ukokonya fresh evidence afabra onso wo fresh issues abetumi aka defend ho a fabra eno ne efre ne retrial NPP for embra case we buy no eba be ye press conference e mo ba be release statement awo mo tre say o mo blame NDC aban because Sedina Tamakloe ye kronfo NDC aban anam so ama Sedina Tamakloe ye release no Godfred Dame ba be release statement asema Godfred Dame kan say ane ene sisi aga na mbra ne de yemienu o ye NPP ni dia ye be chew o ye NDC ni a ne ye jaawo obeka sansem ni na. Technically no NPP fo nsem a wo mo kan say NDC fo nsa hyase Sedina Tamakloe di bone na NDC fo a hyeda e release no. Technically that's what the NPP was saying. And so for the director of legal affairs, say NPP party no, assemto party na, penyi a woye lawyer, mbra ebo nechi, tumi eka ne ho se wono no defend party no, Gary Nimakun. Of course woye lawyer, inti ruling ni di obe ready, judgment no be ready. O ready judgment ni wiye, osi wono di akono nko a na kiyenye retrial. Inti akono nko after reading the judgment no, won se Gary Nimakun oye lawyer. After reading the judgment, one babonti amabeka say judge na or ruling ye no judge na ye bone. Or see ye retrial. That means he indirectly admits said there was something wrong with the case. Because the only time you do a retrial is if the prosecution was not able to properly convince the courts. And so if Gary Nimakun is calling for a retrial, my understanding is that technically he's admitting that Godfred Dame was not able to properly convince the court. Yachi obiatum 10 years. Appeals court ababema ruling. NPP follow your opinion say onu di osusu se nanka de ne yenye retrial after reading the judgment osusu se nanka yenye retrial. That means that judge na watching nipa kroni 10 years no. Judge ni decision no ono kra no onjindi. That is how me I'm going to understand it indirectly. He does not need to say it directly, but that will be my understanding. Because ne party asemwa womo can say a travesty of justice. Naturally say Sedina Tamakloe no na ke osi ye chini tum na appeals court eja animu. And so if for nothing at all, he's supposed to be maintaining that stance. He's supposed to be maintaining that stance. Say, oh, your party ne de ye keni. After reading the judgment, he who say appeals court na anye juma ye, but already judgment you say that binanke was a year retrial. And for that, it speaks a lot. If you understand what is going on, this speaks a lot. All you need to know is in this statement Gary Nimakun de atuja. Because see Godfred Dame mayati asese wono no or try case ni ye. Evidence I wadi tuja nini na trese or no the case no ye. If indeed do the case ya, no lawyer will come back and call for a retrial. But technically, right? Technically, Gary Nimakun is calling for a retrial. You know, okay, I'm not a legal person. You know, I know nothing about law, but I want to believe that maybe there are slight differences between a retrial and then an appeal, right? I don't want to believe there are slight differences. I don't know. But I think the best is that the current Attorney General is seeking for an appeal, or is going to the Supreme Court and then seeking for the appeal judgment to be reversed. You know, in a way, I don't think that is a retrial, but in a way, it is better. You know, I think it gets close to a retrial. So at the end of the day, it is a win-win. It is a win-win. And one thing I like about this case is that every single person I was spending time a reading judgment in Ibiano comes to a single conclusion. And the conclusion is that Godfred Dame and the judge now would do no. And that is for me. Say at least Ghana, you do sa level no. Ebusia, unim say one person ubenya diabetes, stroke, cancer, and BP a yade ba ko pe na wose wo ye ho adwuma. Eye wefu. E wose wo ma wefu eba fom. Me a me ne mo kase emre bi bae. Mini unhu mefu a. Yes. And the same person me a me ne mo kase me a mefu eni. Na eye nyama miensa na me yeye. And they movie me from this to this. And then me ho atome. Now what would hear me say one person benya sa ya redoma me bo din ni na very simple. En nyama miensa na me dia throw book. Book no your friend your action plan for weight loss. Pe book ni bi na to ne bo nya den.
ɛyɛ 100 cedis pɛ. Sɛ wopɛ book no ne PDF a mɛtumi asɛne ama wo ɛwɔ WhatsApp so. Wonni makenkan a don't worry. Book no ne twi video wɔ hɔ, ne ever video nso wɔ hɔ. Ne nyinaa ɛyɛ 100 cedis pɛ. Over thousands of copies of the book have been bought. Now, we share every single day. Send your nkrofo efre me edamase for nsɛm a meka wɔ book ni mu a ende asesa wɔ mabrabo na enya asɛm ketwa. Sɛ wopɛ book ni bi ato a ɛyɛ 055 807 4986. 055 807 4986. Woyɛ Ghana ni na wɔ abrokyire na wopɛ book ni ne hard copy a ɛno ane sɛ wobɛkɔ Amazon. Now I search for book ne title, Your Action Plan for Weight Loss by Sena Kofi. Inti o search title no na eba na woto a ye be shipe e de abrɛw. To book no, na woto book na me wa ha, wankasa beba beda mase. Me da mu nyina ase.